What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be talking about the invincible cards in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM and the endgame cards. And we're going to be ranking them from worst to best. So there's no bad invincible card, I'm not going to lie. There's no bad ones. There's obviously a worst. There's obviously a best, but there's really no bad cards. So, yeah, some of your favorite cards might be ranked low on this if you like using invincibles, but at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, and if you don't agree with it, that is completely fine. That is completely fine. So, first up, as the worst invincible, Bill Russell. So, Bill Russell is not the worst defender, or he's a brilliant defender. Obviously, these cards, stats and badges are irrelevant for these guys. The whole thing is animation. So, he's got set shot 17. Which is kind of killer. Like, if he came with the Ray Allen base that he had last year, I think he'd be brilliant. I think he would be brilliant if he came with last year's Ray Allen base. He wouldn't be this god tier player or anything because he's still got, like, not a great... He's got decent escape, not the greatest size up in the world, but, no, the guy's got a lot of things going for him. So I would say he's not the worst card in the world. It's just that release is bad. And it's tough. It's really tough to get shots off with him. So, I've used him for his defense. I think he's a really good defender, but he's so weak on offense that I have to put him down at the worst. But honestly, in a closely fought battle for last place is him and Pau Gasol. So, Pau Gasol has got set shot 16, which is definitely not a better release than... It's definitely not a better release than Russell. Actually, no, it's slightly better. It's very slightly better than Russell. But he also has, like, a worse dribble style. Like, he's worse in a lot of ways than Bill Russell. But he does have a better size up. The issue is that he's also he's 2 inches taller. And he plays better as like a power forward center. And you can play him at either of those positions. And he's going to be perfectly fine. That's my big thing with him. Is that for a lot of these guys, you're going to struggle to find a position that they're going to be effective. Pau Gasol slightly better. But again, these are, in my opinion, by far the 2 worst. As far as guards go, it's Kobe's the worst. And the main issue is that Kobe Bryant has his own dribble style, which is really good. The issue is when you give Kobe shifty, it becomes really difficult instead of quick to burst out of the Kobe size. Like, the Kobe size is one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best moves in the whole game. It's like Kobe between leg spam. In my opinion, it is one of those things where it's like, I think that it can be abused so effectively, especially going to the basket. If you try to 3-hunt, you can probably use it, but for me, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're going to the basket with a Kobe escape, with a Kobe size up, it's going to be very tough to stop if you're trying to run in a forward direction. But the Kobe release is really good. The big issue again with Kobe is that shifty dribble style, and also he comes with the Pro 2 leaner. In an age where every card is getting at worst the normal leaner. Like, you look at cards that come out nowadays, and a card getting the normal leaner is like a bad thing. If a card gets a normal leaner, it's bad because, like, the alternatives right now only seem to be normal 2 Steph and freaking Trey, which are the 3 best fades in the game, in my opinion. So, like, he's there with Pro 2, so he's there with an outdated fade. He's there with an outdated dribble style. For me, he just kind of has to go in near the bottom. He's all right. He's okay. Then we got Steph. I'm saying, how's Kobe better than Steph? Like, I don't actually think Steph's that bad. Every time I use Steph, I'm very pleasantly surprised. Every single game I use Steph Curry, I'm like, okay, he's a lot better than I thought. He gets great defensive animations, which again, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, freaking Steph, he's still a 6'3", still a 6'3" guard, and I mean, I get what you're trying to say, but it doesn't mean that for me he hasn't been brilliant. So he's going in here. He's still got the Steph size up. He's still got the Curry escape, Curry release, and he also greens a lot of lightlies, which is really good. There are some players that can shoot through contests. Steph Curry's one of them. Curry fade, which I've used the Curry fade on a lot of people. It's definitely still best on Curry. But no, I like this team. Oh, sorry, I like this card. And he also very rarely gets blocked, by the way. Quick drops off one. These little guys that quick drops off one never get blocked. So yeah, Steph Curry's there. Then we've got Clay. Now Clay's just got that Clay release, which I hate. I hate the Clay release so damn much. He's still got normal leaner. He's still got good things going for him. Like, he's not a bad card. He's still a pretty decent defender, but like, he can't really guard ball. You got the Dame behind the back, which is an alright 3, which is a good 3 hunting behind the back, but it's not good for rim running. He's got Clay and quick drops off one, which is good. For me, the Clay release is just really, really awkward, which is why he's so low. Then we got Anthony Davis. And this is up one that if you're tidy, but you're going to despise me putting him here. I don't think he does very much. I don't like how he moves the ball. He's the normal size up. He's got 80 release on very quick, which is okay. Like, normal leaner is fine. I just don't like Anthony. I just never liked Anthony Davis this year. Like, this has been... Like, I have not been high on AD. Like, from the very, very start, I have not been high on AD in a 2K22. So, maybe it's just that I just don't like any Anthony Davis cards. But still, for me, he's down here. Then we got Penny Hardaway. So, Penny Hardaway gets ridiculous standing dunk animations. But he's still, like, he has his own dribble sigs. They gave him Scotty behind the back instead of the, he had the Kawhi on his other card. And in my opinion, Kawhi's one of the more underrated behind the backs because it's kind of hard to stop. These people are expecting a Scotty, and Kawhi is just that little bit slower. Scotty is by far the best behind the back, though. Yeah, like, really, really good card. It's just the release of base 10 is not great. Like, and there's also, like, budget, like, Ready TS, who's literally just the budget version of the guy. So, yeah, Penny Hardaway's down here. And we got Wade. So you might be wondering, it's like, Wade better than Penny. Wade's 6'4", Penny 6'7". Wade just got those better animations, man. Wade plays way better defense. The Dwayne Wade release on very quick is still really good. The Wade 98 is still really good. They're not what they were last year. And they definitely aren't what they were in 2K20. Like, 2K20, they were it. Like, they were the best releases in the game. But still, it doesn't change the fact that Dwayne Wade is a really nice card. Like, I use his hero plenty, and his hero's really a great card, and so is this. Then we have got Joel Embiid. So Joel Embiid is a card that I don't regret grinding for it because the video got 30,000 views. But if I was not a creator, I would regret grinding for this card. Embiid shoots really well. A lot of people are like, oh, it's his release. No, it's just something about Embiid. The one thing is, though, is that apparently there's a Joel Embiid post hook, which is like the glitchiest thing ever. I'm gonna actually try it out because people were telling me to use it on like the likes of Chet and stuff. That like the Joel Embiid post hook is actually one of the glitchiest things in the game. I've not used it too much, but maybe if I start to use that, it'll be a bit better. But I use him on power forward. I don't like him. He can still hold his own. But like, I actually had an expectation that he was going to be my power forward the rest of the year. I really did have that expectation. I thought he was going to be that type of a player that I was going to be able to use in the rest of the year, and he was out of my team in a week. Ben Wallace is way better than him. After that, we got Shaq. Now, Shaq. And we all know like how slow Shaq's release is. So regardless of the fact it's on very quick, we know Shaq is going to struggle to get a shot off. His jumper is okay. His quick dribble style, he moves so slow, man. He moves like a damn snail. He still gets great rebounding animations and interior animations. So for that reason, Shaq's going to be not too low on the list, but he's here. And there's Scotty. Okay release. Dribbling's alright. Good defender. He's just okay. Like Kevin Garnett, again, the release is just not it on him. So he's got penny size, which is good. Harden behind the back was great. Sorry, Harden escape, which is great. So we can do the Harden shuffle. Because he's under 249 pounds, I think. 6'11". Base, like, the release is just the bad part. He does with the Embiid post hook. So for me, again, he's like Embiid, but he can dribble. Dribble a tiny bit. He's Embiid with one move. And we got Ori, which is like Invincible Carmelo Anthony. Like, I'm very high on this Robert Ori card. Surprisingly, because his hero has a lot of flaws. This guy doesn't really. He's got good dribbling. He's 6'10", good player build. He's literally like, if he can play at the shoot, they somehow made him a shooting guard, he would become one of the better shooting guards in the game. Like that Melo release on very quick is really good. Again, I've used Carmelo Anthony enough this year to know that release is really, really nice. Doesn't matter what gen you're on. The only issue is he can't shoot from the corners on current gen. But I'm mostly a next gen player, so I'm judging this list based almost entirely on next gen. So if you are a current gen player, I'm sorry, Robert Roy may be lower, but for me he's here. Then we have got Timmy D. I love 38. I like Tim Duncan's dribbling. I think Tim Duncan has some of the best defensive animations in the game. He goes anonymous in some games though, which is really annoying for me. And by goes anonymous, I mean like there are games where literally like he will just drop the ball consistently. And I'm not joking, like the ball will be there to be caught and he will just drop it consistently. But that is maybe one of every 3 or 4 games. For the other games, he is a beast. That Scotty behind the back plays lanes. He will never miss. 38 is one of those releases that you will never miss a white. So yeah, Duncan's fantastic. Then we got Kade Kay Cunningham. Like, he's got Mitchell size up. And he got Kobe escape. Like, yeah, they didn't give him Trey escape. I like Mitchell size up. Scotty behind the back. The base 80. Like, he is 6'8". He is 6'8", Anthony Edwards. Which is a really damn good card, by the way. And like, Kade is when we start to get into the really freaking good category. Kade is more of a disappointment than anything. Like, people expect him to be way more. People thought he was going to be one of the best point guards in the game. They came out with freaking Dyson Daniels, who's just way better than him. The release is very slow for a point guard, but he can still be used in that Simmons role and be very, very effective. Then we got LeBron. Like, this is a card that like is simultaneously supremely underrated and overrated. I think he was very overrated when he came out. People were calling him just like god tier player. Like, LeBron is perfectly good though. LeBron release is fine. Quick dribble style. LeBron size up is not great, but he does come with like Kawhi behind the back, one of the best on-ball defenders in the game. For that reason, he's almost here in the middle. Then we got PG. Offers a little more than LeBron, and he can play the two. Better release, not as good on defense. A little bit better dribbler. And in terms of dunking, very similar. The only issue with Paul George, again, is his better cards. And we got Mobley. And Mobley's an interesting one because I think you could argue both for Mobley higher and lower. His release is in slow motion still, even on very quick. But he's a 7-footer with Francis size up and Trey escape with freaking Scotty behind the back and the Steph Curry fade. Like, in the right hands, this guy would be in the top 5 of this list. In the wrong hands, this guy would be in the top 5 worst of this list. So I really am, I'm so stuck on where to put Evan Mobley that I put him here. Then we got Hakeem. The only reason I put Hakeem in here is that I personally think Hakeem would bully Evan Mobley. I think if you put Evan Mobley a power forward and your opponent was running Hakeem a power forward, I think Mobley would get bullied. I just think Hakeem's player model is just a bully. Like, he will kind of dribble. It's not what he's best at. But what Hakeem does really, really well is he won't miss wide open. He'll move a little bit and he'll just bully people on the inside. Then we got KD. He's got length. I know he's 6'9", not 6'10", but his player model on the 6'9" and 6'10" KD looks the exact same. I've used both of them. Again, a really, really good card here with Durant. Like, he is a shooter. He's a decent defender. Good behind the back, but still not as good as, for example, someone like a Ben Simmons. KD played 2, again, different story. Ben Simmons is a pure lock. Like, if you are using Ben Simmons to try create, you're going to have a bad time. This is not a previous NBA games where you can just run to the basket and dunk with Simmons. He's going to run very slowly, unless he's in a behind the back animation. He's going to block a lot. But he's a good shooter, one of the best defensive players at the point guard position. And he's one of the most versatile defenders. So what he allows you to do is, most of the best defenders in the game are freaking power forwards. Like Ben Wallace and stuff. He allows you to run like a Ben Wallace, and then suddenly Ben Simmons can guard. Ben Simmons can guard those Mark Williams, Kareem at the 4 really well. He allows more versatility in your lineup. And we got T-Mac. 6'8", super long, great shooter. Really good dribble moves. Again, T-Mac, one of the best 2 guards in all of my team. Kawhi Leonard, god tier defense. Will not really create for himself, but will hit everything wide open. Scotty behind the back. Instead of, I kind of wish he had his own behind the back, not gonna lie. I think Scotty's fine, but I also really like his one. I was sorry, not Scotty's fine. Scotty's very good, but he's gonna be a cone. He's just gonna be a cone. I mean, maybe the best cone in the game. He's gonna be a cone. Then Giannis Antetokounmpo in here at number 7. So just outside the top 6. Giannis Antetokounmpo, release on very quick, shifty dribble style. Look, play Giannis a small forward, and he is going to be one of the best on-ball defenders in the game. He's going to play lanes. Giannis is going to be ridiculously good. He's not, again, Giannis, just like Simmons, is not what he used to be. This is not the year of Giannis. This is not the year where you're going to dominate with Giannis. He does not get good enough running animations. He moves too slow for that. Defensively, though, he's so elite that he's up here. Then, Jordan. Sure, is Jordan any better than even this card? No. Is he better than the hero? No. They play the exact same. But this is the year of Jordan, man. Like Jordan's ability. Just Jordan. I don't even use the tray escape, but there's just something about Jordan. Jordan is that freaking dude. Jordan is that dude. Like Scotty behind the back. Jordan, one of the best releases in the game. It can fade. Great defense. Like Jordan has not felt like one of the top few players in the game in a long time. And it's the first year in a while I will say Jordan is that guy. So now we're on to the top 5. And at number 5 we got Magic Johnson. Endgame Magic. Base 3 on very quick. Kobe upper. Quick dribble stop. Francis size up. Curry slide. Like absolutely no flaws, stats and badges wise Magic. Only issue with Magic. Still can't run very well. Like he will still kind of stutter run a bit. So like the good thing is though is that he's got the animations, he's got the behind the back, he's got like the burst animations that he's probably not going to be most of the time moving without being in a burst. When he's not in a burst, he walks. Number 4, Scotty Barnes. Invincible Scotty. He is, for me, slightly better than Magic because I just think he's moved that a little bit better. Like he came from the Rose size instead of Francis. I actually prefer Francis. But he can run. Set 25 versus base 3. Honestly, I'm even on him. Trey fade, better than Curry fade in my opinion. So that's why Scotty's head. Number 3, Dark Matter Luka. Dark Matter Luka. Like, sorry, not Dark Matter, Invincible Luka. Now this guy may not have the greatest dribble sig in the world. He's got the glitchiest jumper in the game, including the guys at 2 and 1. Luka's jumper is glitchier. The guys at 2 and 1 just do more on the floor. Still the best point guard in my team, including Magic. The best. If you're on current gen, yeah, he's not great, but if you're on next gen, he's him. And number 2, Wilt. Wilt Chamberlain, the best player on next gen, but he's not great on current gen. I know I made this list mainly on next gen, but number 1 is God on both gens. So Wilt Chamberlain, freaking Luka base. He's not quite as cheesy as Luka when it comes to shooting heavies, but quick dribble style, Rose size up, Curry slide. They made him light enough to do the Curry slide. Perfect stats, perfect badges. Will just shoot heavies, like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. However, he does get bullied by Mark Williams, which means Dirk Nowitzki's number 1. They made the level 40 reward, or not level 40. They made the final collector level reward the best card in the game, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like after how bad Tatum was last year, I'm here for it. 7-1 set shot 25. He actually runs really well. Quick dribble style. Francis size, a Curry slide, Curry fade. Best on both gens. Or he's best on current gen, top 3 on next gen. And you can argue he's the best on next gen. Dirk is freaking him. Dirk is number 1. So yeah, that is the video, lads. That's Invincibles and Endgames from Worst to Best. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.